Hello, my little weirdos. Hope you're doing well. It's not even 9 o'clock. Mr. Raspy Pants over there was poking me to wake up with one claw before dawn broke today. Yeah. He's getting a little feisty here. He used to wait till it was actually broken. Then he started waking me, and he'll either take his nose and rub on my face, or he does the claw thing. Just one claw poking, just enough that it's gonna get your attention but not leave a mark. He's on that other window. But I have, for the last hour, been listening to just TikTok, things that I don't normally go and look at. And and I have removed some from my channel, just because you're being stupid. If you're going to start with your gloating and your obnoxiousness, even after I slapped you down, you don't need to come in and do 4 and 5, or even 2 and 3, 3-word sentences, 1-word sentences, 3-word sentences, just to be a jerk. So just so anybody knows, I said you can comment on the other videos. I said, feel free, but I also said if you're going to be an abusive jackass, you're gone. And I don't mean just remove your comment. I mean, you cannot find my channel. So, but there was a couple of things I've been listening to. One is, and I want to address that first. One is guys acting, I saw this big, stupid white guy. Young guy, I mean, not bad looking, but just his whole vibe, the way he spoke, the words is really just dumb. I hate to use it, but just like the dumb. He didn't sound Southern, but he just sounded very, very flat, very stupid. Definitely not carbonated. And he was saying how he voted for Trump, but he likes liberal women. And so he has to lie to women now. And this will lead into the second thing. That he has to lie to women because number one, why do you like liberal women over MAGA women? Because all we heard for the longest time last year was, oh, men, you guys going, oh, liberal women are ugly, MAGA women are hot. Well, yeah, you pump a bunch of plastic and Botox and have a bunch of surgeries, and anything is, even that laser stuff, it's a surgery, okay? It's a procedure. You paid money and you had to recover. And I wonder why, if you voted for Trump, if you're a guy and you voted for Trump, why do you want to date a progressive woman? Why? I mean, that's not what you voted for. You voted for somebody that is absolutely against progressive or liberal women. So first of all, what are you even trying to get up with us for? Why you have to find ways to lie? Because the hags that voted for Trump, you don't like their attitudes and their personalities? What are they, too clingy? They make you think and you're stupid, so you can't think. So you have to be the one in charge all the time, and you're just too damn stupid and lame to take charge all the time. So Or maybe you just don't find that you want to actually have a woman that just doesn't think and lets you do all of it and just defers to you for everything. Where do you want to do? What do you want to eat? You have to make all those decisions, and maybe you don't like that all the time. Maybe sometimes you just, want to be like, surprise me. I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do. So what do you think? And there's a lot of MAGA women that, you've all been training them to be trad wives. So now that you're starting to grow them trad wives, starting to teach them women to be trad wives, what's the matter? You don't like that? You don't like having to be the one that makes every effing decision in this world, like Isabella Moody's husband supposedly does? I mean, he has to tell her what brand of diapers to buy, for God's sake. So, just so you women know that are out there on the dating scene and you're progressive or liberal, which are the same, just so you know, they're going to be lying to you. So be going with those gut feelings a lot. If you get those vibes of he's just a big dumb fuck, he probably voted for Trump. And he probably is a big dumb fuck. So... hey, so I guess the MAGA women aren't all that hot, huh? Maybe they're hot to have a fling with or hang around with until they stop paying for you to do stuff. I don't know. So, I mean, apparently it's a thing now. Guys are making videos telling other guys how to, spend, every minute that you're with somebody you're building a relationship with, trying to cover how you really voted or feel. Does that... Why don't you just... You're the one... In fact, you're the ones who are racist and misogynistic. That's what you voted for, dudes. And now you don't like those women to be like that? You don't want to have to be the one in charge all the time? Well, that's what you voted for. And this goes into the other videos. I'm seeing a lot of people that have lost friends. And it's not even like in the deportations or anything. It's just because we as progressive have cut anyone who voted for Trump. I've cut you out. I have unfollowed. I mean, there are some people that I haven't unfriended, but I have unfollowed. I don't get their shit in my feed. Because I don't need that negativity constantly in my feed, or the gloating of how they're screwing up America, and also by doing that, screwing up the rest of the countries. Which is basically maybe like the planet. So, yeah, no. I am not willing to be friends with somebody like that. And apparently there are a lot of others. And there are a lot of people that are voted for Trump going on saying, I've known this person for 3 years, I've known this person for 6 years, and as much as I love them, I had to say no. Because And I saw somebody brought up a very, very Priscilla Boy, I think it was. These thoughts that she expressed had been going through my mind, and I couldn't. There was something that I knew I wasn't connecting yet, and there was something, and and the minute I started hearing her this morning, I was like, that's it. That's what's been bugging me. And because they're all saying, when Biden won 4 years ago, we didn't stop unfriend you just because you voted for the other, for him and not for the president. Well, number one, I can tell you personally, that's because of how you acted. You didn't give a peaceful transfer of power. You attacked all of us when Trump lost, legitimately, in 2020. You acted like a bunch of effing children. Okay, so you didn't unfriend us on social media or in real life. You just tried to kill people. That's how much you hated what we voted for. Okay? Why would you want to unfriend us? All we did was win legitimately. Unlike you all who 4 years ago, when you didn't win, took a little pissy fits like children. You tried to overturn the fair election. You tried killing people. You wanted to kill the vice president, for God's sake. Your own vice president. You know, when civilizations start declining, where people start giving in to their basic animal instincts of revenge and get back, that's what makes a civilization fail. Okay? Just in case you didn't know, because I know you like to ban a bunch of books. And you want to talk revenge. A few days back, back when there was after he got, the results, there was this big, you all seen it, big, huge Trump family picture. I mean, like the family, like with Tiffany and everybody, and great, nieces and the whole thing, Hey, you trot the whole damn family out, right? Everybody was there except Melania. Melanie was no place to be found. But Elon Musk was where Melanie, and I'm going to call her Melanie because you don't like to call Kamala Kamala. So Melanie wasn't at any of the family events, like she never is, and Elon was in her place. So Stephen King on X several days ago said something to the effect of, "Congratulations, Elon is the next to Elon the next first lady," or something like that. That type of thing. And it was funny because it's true. He's acting like he's married to Trump, and any of the Trumpers don't like it. Tough shit. They're acting like a bunch of gay boys, for real. They're so in love with each other's money and power. It's ridiculous. So he made a little joke. And Elon is such a little pussy-assed, butt-hurt, thin-skinned little Nepo baby that he suspended it, Stephen King, from Twitter, from X. So he's on Threads now. But I just found out, I think it was 68 more books were banned in Florida. All Stephen King books. That is a childish revenge action. The only ones in that group were Stephen King ones immediately after. So it wasn't good enough for Elon. His butt was so hurt from that ram. I guess Stephen King hit a nerve, huh? He disowns his own child because they're trans. So yeah, he doesn't have many of his kids that want to be around him. He ain't got no family, so he wants the Trumpies to be his family. It's obvious. And since Melanie isn't there all the time, and Helena, obviously, I guess Elon figured he could slide in to be the next first lady. It's very obvious he's needy, just like Donald, two needy little toddlers. Needy little spoiled Nepo baby toddlers, those two. This is how thin-skinned, childish, revenge-driven you just elected as your next president and stand in first lady, I guess. So, hey, Elon, you can't poop me off X because I ain't fucking on it. Ha! What are you gonna do? I don't live in Florida. But all these but this gal, Priscilla Boy, I think it was, she brought up a good point, because Trumpers are saying now, we didn't disown you. Well, number one, you took all your venting out physically violent, but on the country in general. But the other thing is, if you voted for Trump and you have progressive friends, you probably have those friends because you value the fact that they care about shit that's going on in your life, that they care about you, that when you have things that your fellow Trumpers have pissed you off about, because there's a lot of infighting with you guys, you always go to your progressive friends is where, and not only that, when there's certain things, if you don't agree with, like, the way, the misogyny, but everything else type of thing, you're just as bad. Because the same thing that creates a hatred for women and a want to subjugate them is the same feeling that creates racism and bigotry and wanting anybody that's gay or you know, black or Jewish or, you know, wanting them hurt or them to suffer or them to lose something so you can have it. All of that stems from the same feeling. So if you like the racism, if you think the jokes are funny, then you also agree with the misogyny. And you go, the fact that the progressive friends are cutting Trump voters off. The reason you're having meltdowns and getting upset about it, and this is a truth bomb for your asses, is because we are the friends that you go to when you either want to let go and just not listen to the misogyny shit, or not listen to maybe a particular thing you don't like about MAGA, or you just want to get away from conspiracy talk all the time, or you want somebody to give a fuck about you, your health, what's going on in your life, or your kids, or whatever the hell it is, the project you're doing. You just want something instead of surface shit. Those are the friends that you go to. The progressive liberals are the ones you go to when you want to have a little, fun that isn't laughing. A lot of MAGA gets their fun from mocking, abusing, making fun of other people, or animals, or things like that. You do see how very negative based that personality is, right? I mean, that's why you have us progressive friends. That's why. Because when you've had enough shit from your freaking conservative uptight asses, like maybe you're a MAGA follower, but you're not religious, but, you know, you like all the other shit. So when they start talking the religious bullshit, you're just like, fucking, you want to ditch out and find a progressive friend that'll talk about actual shit. But you have to hide your political leanings, you know, so that's got to be tough. So we're just doing you a favor so you don't have to pretend around us. How's that? Does it make it feel better? Because that is exactly, she hit it on the head. And when I heard her say that, I'm like, something in my head went, that is what it is. That's what I was feeling. I couldn't put it into words, but that is exactly it. That is why you guys didn't cut us off 4 years ago, because you still needed us, especially with all the misery that you were in, that Trump lost. Okay? You had to come commiserate and come get something joyful. You know, your MAGA friends aren't doing this. When they do the hair at your little rallies, they're wigs. They're wigs. Because they don't have the fucking balls to dye their own hair. They have to pretend and put a wig on. And put the same wig on all the time so nobody thinks that it's not real. That's why you're upset that your liberal and progressive friends and family have cut you off. Because we are the ones that actually are more connected to reality. And instead of like trying to find the conspiracy and everything, we actually enjoy and try to protect nature. Where everybody that you hang around wants to just put concrete and oil fucking everywhere, you know? And if you don't subscribe to all of MAGA, and some of it you don't agree with, that is why you have progressive liberal friends. Because you need a break from that fucking insanity. Because you can't take it 24/7. So you come to us. And now that us are cutting you off, you're fucking losing your freaking crap. You're getting upset, you're losing it because you don't have us as your refuge, us as your sounding board. Us that isn't going to have to be chattering about that shit all the time. We have other topics we like, other than drinking, complaining, and shooting guns. I like going target practice. I like that myself. Surprise! I've owned guns before, and I am considering it another handgun now. But, by the way, I worked in corrections for a decade in Arizona years ago, ages ago. And every year, I requalified with expert pin, and I got the pins to prove it. They're a little enamel, white target. A white circle with little rings on it. It says expert. In blue, I think. So, yeah. See, you MAGA men, you're all this, your body, my choice. You do know that MAGA women aren't the only ones, the women that own firearms, right? Or know how to use them. They get a hold of one, right? You did know that, right? Because you're putting your mouth, your mouth is writing checks. That the whole Delta male, that's you, absolutely can't cash. So it's interesting. It's interesting. We progressives are less upset about cutting friends and family that voted for Trump out of their lives. We are less upset about that than you guys, and you're the one who won. Did you win, or did you really win? You're all so happy that you won until you're losing your family and your friends are signing off on you. Did you win? I know your little peacock egos are going to be like, yeah, we won, Judy. Yeah, we won. Yeah, that's not what social media is saying. You didn't really win. You didn't win in the long run. Because those family and those friends, they're probably gone forever from you. And that's all because of being too lazy to read for yourself. Can't even use the excuse that they used to be able to use decades ago, was the information just wasn't available easily. Because you're watching me on something that you could be researching on. Don't even bother reading Project 2025 or Agenda 47 now to find out what the rest of the shit is, because this is just the start. You should have done that a couple months ago, huh? Even a few weeks ago, you should have done that. You should do that. See, the way it goes, that's probably another reason why you like your progressive friends and family. We're a little more logical because we're not gullible to fall into a cult. we can sit here and tell you this all we want. You might be laughing at me. You're gonna leave little comments. Go ahead, whatever. I'll remove the ones that are obnoxiously obnoxious. Um, but the fact is, doesn't change the truth of that. And I think, I think a lot of you might not even really realize how much you're gonna miss that until the only thing around you is constant MAGA, constant 24/7 MAGA. You gonna get tired of that. In fact, you already have, because you have progressive friends and family that you enjoy being around. Because we don't just talk about conspiracies all the time. There's life out there. You hear the birds? Yeah, yeah. I hear them because my windows are open all the time. Because you live inside, but I need that outside in me, in my home. See, y'all, you don't understand that shit about connection. All you understand is about more conspiracy and more hate and more things to hate more people about. Because you guys got a long list of people and groups you hate and why. A whole long list. And you know what? The only list you have, if you want to live in a liberal or progressive community or neighborhood or friend group, one thing: mind your own fucking business if you're not asked. What others do is none of your fucking business if it doesn't directly affect you. You're very good at not giving a fuck about what other religions or other thoughts people have. Everybody should think like you. But you can't wait sometimes to get away from the people that think like you. I call my channel Paradox, and you all are the paradox. You just, nothing of that works properly. Except at least with mine, it's positive. It's not filled with hate, and that is another reason why we've let go. Let it go of you guys in our lives. Because you just bring a negative cloud. You just, because you can feel the negativity and the judgment, if not towards us, to others. You know, I feel that coming from you, even when it's not coming to me, even when you're like judging somebody next to me or behind me. And we don't like to be around that if possible. And there's no law that says we have to let you in to our lives. So, I don't know what to say. When people reject somebody who's a progressive, that's usually somebody that's got a fair amount of compassion, empathy, and if you don't know what those words really mean, you probably don't possess it, so you need to look it up. A lot of MAGA people don't have that. They don't. Because you can't have compassion and empathy and hate people just because of what they look like or what they do with their sex life that doesn't hurt anybody else. I mean, you know, sorry, but that's judgmental. If it doesn't affect you, then it ain't your fucking business. Yeah. It ain't your business to tell him or her what to do with his penis or her vagina. Okay? That's not your business. And when you make it your business, then we make it our business to remove you from our business. See how that works? See how that works? Yeah. So, you might have a niece or a nephew that's trans, but, you still want to be friends with somebody in that. Fuck that. You don't accept them or you're going to tolerate them. No, we don't need holidays or family reunions or family gatherings to be tolerated. If you don't like the atmosphere, get the fuck out. And that's what we've done. We don't like being around that atmosphere. Okay? Y'all have gloated more than we did. We didn't gloat. We were joyous. We celebrated. But we weren't like, in your face! Like you are. Okay? So, yay, you won. But I think in the long run, you're already finding out you're going to lose a lot more than you think you won. Just because he won, that does not mean you won. Remember that. When it comes to people that are very narcissistic, like Trump and Elon, you're never a team. You're only a team until you help them win. Then he did it all by himself. Then he won. He doesn't say we won. Keep that in mind. Peace out, everybody.